It's no longer about growing your pile of money. It's about using it correctly. Hi, Jason Bowers, Convergent Financial Partners, Director of Financial Planning here, and welcome back to the channel. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make in retirement is continuing to think like accumulators, like they did when they were working, saving as much money as they can. That mindset needs to shift when you transition into retirement. So if you've recently transitioned into retirement or you're within about 5 years of retiring, this video is for you. There are 3 core coordination type of strategies that need to be put into place when you retire or put into place before you retire so then they can be implemented when you do retire. And those are the 3 that we're going to talk about today. Coordination number 1 is my investment strategy coordinated with my withdrawal strategy. So is your strategy aligned and able to maintain the timing, the flexibility of your needs for income in retirement? The portfolio is no longer built for growth. It's built to generate the income when you need it. And this is where sequence of returns risk is very great. If you don't have any flexibility in this investment plan that is aligned with your withdrawal strategy, then you're going to expose yourself to sequence of returns risk. And in a nutshell, that's not just the returns that you get over the course of retirement, but when those returns decide to show up. And if you retire into a market that has some quarters or even some years that it's down, you want to make sure that you have the flexibility in that strategy to maybe pull income from elsewhere, because you still need it. Retirement income is all about flexibility. And if you don't align your investment strategy with your withdrawal strategy, then you could feel like you're running out of money very early in retirement. And nobody enjoys that feeling. The first few years of retirement can be scary. They can be anxious. You're not sure where your money might be coming from, what taxes are going to look like. The last thing you want to do is to put your bucket list on hold because of that fear of running out of money because the market was down and you pulled money out. And oh, by the way, there's taxes. You don't like that feeling. You're not going to like that feeling, and your financial professional needs to ensure that that feeling is not there for you. So you want to make sure, again, coordination number 1 is that your investment strategy and your withdrawal strategy are aligned. Now let's take a look at coordination number 2. So number 2 is, are my withdrawals aligned with my tax strategy? What that means is, am I taking withdrawals that are going to minimize taxes over my lifetime and not just this year? So there's 3 things to take a look at within that own strategy. The first one is, do you have different types of accounts you can make withdrawals from? If all of your money is in a traditional or a pre-tax account, the answer is no. So that means every dollar you pull out is going to be taxable, no options, no flexibility. But if you also have money in the other 2 buckets, which is going to be your Roth bucket, your tax-free bucket, as well as your non-qualified, your non-retirement bucket, that's brokerage accounts, managed accounts, cash savings. That's going to give you flexibility to help control some of your taxes. The second piece is understanding that the timing of those withdrawals could also have an impact on taxes. Very basic scenario here. If you need $10,000 to get you through the next 2 months and you withdraw all $10,000 in December, well, all of that's going to be due for tax purposes that same year, as opposed to taking $5,000 out in December, $5,000 out in January, and spreading the tax liability over the course of 2 tax years. That's a very simple strategy. There's many other strategies that you can use, but that's just something to consider. And then the third thing is the impact that the taxable income that you're receiving has on things like Medicare premiums and how your Social Security is taxed. So the impact of your withdrawals on your overall tax strategy is paramount to keep most of your money in your pocket and keep from needing to spend your very valuable savings simply just paying taxes or elevated Medicare premiums or elevated Social Security taxes. You have to be intentional with your withdrawals and make sure that they are aligned with the tax strategy. And that tax strategy doesn't begin when you retire. It begins long before you retire, to understand what do your taxes look like today and what are they projected to be in the future. So let's dive into the last one. So number 3 is my income strategy aligned with my Social Security timing? Am I strategically utilizing my nest egg to maximize guaranteed income later on? So when it comes to Social Security, this is one of the most important decisions that you're going to make, especially as a household. If there's two of you, that's two decisions. And the one with the higher Social Security benefit is essentially making the decision for two lives. There's a lot of pressure on that decision. And it's also, once you make it, you're done decision, just like a pension. You can't go back after receiving Social Security for 2-3 years and say, well, now that I know this information, I want to change my mind. You can't. So you want to be well informed with that decision, but you also want to make sure that your investment strategy is aligned with that timing. Because if you take Social Security too early, it's a permanent reduction to your benefits, which then puts more long-term pressure on your savings to last, to make up for that Social Security reduction. Delaying your Social Security can increase your benefit and put less pressure down the road on your investments while maximizing that Social Security lifetime income. And if you are going to delay Social Security, that does not mean that you have to delay retirement. Now, there is going to be a gap there. If you want to retire at 65 but delay your Social Security benefits until 70, that 5-year gap is where your nest egg steps up to the plate and fills that gap. But that is temporary short-term pressure on your nest egg that allows Social Security to relieve the pressure from your nest egg for decades to come. So you want to make sure that that overall strategy is aligned, and that is a strategy that must be determined prior to retirement. Because once you retire, you might be forced to make some decisions based off of poor planning as opposed to based off of your actual situation and what's in your best interest. And the last thing that you want is the poor planning version of yourself to rob the future version of yourself of what's actually in your best interest. Because when you don't plan, then you have to react. When you do plan, there's not much reacting going on because you already know what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and most importantly, why you're going to do it. So what does all this mean? It means it's not about having the most money. It's about coordinating how you use it. And if you have these three coordinations that I talked about today aligned with your overall retirement plan, especially if you start before retirement, what you're going to have is you're going to have confidence that you're going to have the most income possible, especially guaranteed income. You're going to have typically less taxes paid over your lifetime because of a plan that's put into place that's coordinated with your tax strategy. And then third, you're going to have the most confidence when it comes to your money lasting for the rest of your life. And that's the number one question that people ask me that they want me to answer for them when they do a financial plan is, Jason, when can I retire and not run the risk of running out of money? That's the $1 million question. Well, it all starts with building a plan. It's not just a get rich quick strategy. It's not some type of golden egg that works for everybody. It's about identifying your plan and what needs to be done to put that plan into place. So reach out to your financial professional. If you don't have one or you'd like to have a conversation with me directly, my email is going to be pinned down below. Shoot me a note. Let's schedule a time to chat. And let's work on building that plan for you so you can have the confidence to move into the future and accomplish all the dreams that you have, check the things off your bucket list, and move forward knowing that every step is intentional and down the path towards your goals. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you found this video enlightening. Share it with anybody else you think might enjoy it. And make sure that subscribe button is something that you press in order to get more content like this. And I look forward to chatting with everybody later on. Have a great day.